We're back with MCPconnects, and today we're in New York City with our good friend Anthony Murphy. Anthony toured the world as the Genie with the Broadway hit Aladdin. He tells us a little about his experience in this iconic role and how life has changed since COVID. He also talks about the power of music as love. Here we go.
Job, you big nabob. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend. A friend like never had a friend like me. No.
Joining us from his home in New York City, Genie. Anthony Murphy, so good to have you, man.
Hey, thank you for having me. I am just so happy to be back and so happy to see you. It's been so long. So.
I know. I can honestly say I missed your face. This is good. This is doing me good.
It's doing me good. It really is. I was so excited. When you asked me to come, I was like, duh, this has to happen. Super excited.
Well, man, thank you so much for making the time. Just so folks know, we have some history. When you were coming through Seattle with Aladdin, we got to team up with the Seattle Theater Group and Melodic Caring Project, and we got to go in and make hospital visits and play songs for the kids. And man, that time with you was one of like the highlights of not just the year, but just this whole experience. So thank you so much for making that time. And
thank you so much for that. I talk about that moment often. It definitely was a highlight of my Aladdin experience. I just finished with Aladdin in September, right before all this craziness happened. So like looking back when I was at the end, that was 100%. It was just me, you, and Izzy with the guitar. And I was like, it was so much fun watching the kids like get up and dance and like just having a good time. It was fun. It was a great time. And I felt blessed to be there. And it just, yeah.
Well, likewise, man. And there's something so powerful and special about that, that experience, being able to go in, meet them face to face. I mean, obviously you're an incredible performer. You're playing huge stages, venues, thousands of people, iconic songs, all of those things. But what does it feel like to you to take it to such a small one-on-one connection and have it be so much more than entertainment?
Well, because it is so much more than entertainment for me. It has been so much more than entertainment in my life. Early on in school, I was very troublesome, as the teachers like to say. I was a nuisance, disruptive, having issues, so much so that they wanted to medicate me. And my parents quickly saw that that wasn't the route that they wanted to take. They transferred me to a performing arts elementary school. This was in second grade. And from then on, I started to flourish. I started to excel. They wanted to put me in the gifted program because I was excelling so rapidly. Like music and arts changed my life. It literally changed the course of where my life was going to go. So when I get moments to go and do that for other people and be, even if it's just one person, it makes it's better than any stage I could perform on in any country or any check I could get. It really is. It is. That is why I do this. So
man,
it made me so happy.
That's so powerful though, because there's this mania we have of trying to cram everybody into the same little box. We all got to fit.
Yeah.
And that fact that your parents recognize that, no, this isn't your strength, and brought you to a place where you could discover your strength, and look where it's brought you, I'm sure it's taken you obviously around the country, but it's brought you experiences that you never would have otherwise had.
Yeah. No, actually, after I finished the U.S. tour, I transferred to the Australian and international company of Aladdin. So then I traveled around the world with Aladdin in Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore, and like that was amazing. So it really has taken me around the globe. So I'm so thankful to music.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and obviously you're such a natural and gifted performer. I'm sure that, there was a lot of learning in there, right? A lot of hard work, but you're incredible.
Yes. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
So tell me then, obviously this probably already answers the question, but for you, if you look back on music and on performance, what is the most profound kind of musical experience you've had that really changed the course of your life?
It's all about the parents for me. I keep bringing it back to them. So my mom is a jazz Motown singer, and my dad played classical trumpet for 15 years, and then also was a music engineer, and then also ran an after-school arts academy for like 10 years. So music and arts, it was there, and they really cultivated it. But for me, the memories that I have deepest are like watching my mom sing with her band. Like when I was really young, the places I could go, she would let me watch her sing, or like falling asleep in my dad's recording studio in the house on the couch, like with big old headphones on, and then somehow magically waking up in the bed. Like those are the early musical influences. I'm like, oh, that's why I'm like, it's so ingrained in who I am, because it literally was from the top. It was from my parents down. They really passed down this love.
Powerful. So, what's a time you've seen music, or or performance you've done, really kind of change the atmosphere of the place you are? Bring people together when they wouldn't have otherwise come together, or an experience like that.
It's really funny. I was just talking to my mom about something similar. It's actually at my church. I go to a very diverse church with people from all different walks of life, all different socioeconomic backgrounds, all different political backgrounds. And when we come together at that place, and I notice, especially when I sing, I have people coming up to me and saying that they have a new heart, or that their eyes are open to new things, or that their minds are open to new things, or that they have really started to contemplate things in their life. But they're all the same. They're all saying the same thing, whether they're Black, white, Asian, whether they're rich, whether they're poor, no matter what, whether they're working 9 to 5 or they don't have a job. They're all telling me the same things. The music is all affecting them in the exact same way. And we just happen to be at that place using the music for the same purpose. In our case, it's to praise God. But I've witnessed it so much there, because my church is so diverse, that I'm like, oh, this transcends everybody. This literally touches everyone. So yeah.
Yes, well, and that's it, right? That's the power of this thing. That's like we already said, so much more than entertainment. It's that universal, that thing that breaks down barriers and crosses boundaries and brings people together and touches the heart, and
yeah, well, it moves past words. It moves into feelings and emotions. It's the reason that we can listen to an opera and not understand a word what they're saying, but still feel the emotion. How I can listen to a foreign language piece and not know what they're saying, but still feel the emotion of that, and understand. It's why it's around the world. It's why it's really the language that which we speak. I think music is the language I speak, for real.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you went from touring the U.S. to touring the world to touring your living room. How are things now? How are you staying engaged? How are you staying positive?
What happened. It was crazy. So I finished, our last stop on the tour was Singapore. We finished, what's funny, it was actually a year ago right now, I was in Singapore, which is crazy to think about. So we finished up around the 1st of September and moved back to New York. I was instantly working. I got back to New York. I actually choreographed a musical in Upstate, because I also directed and choreographed. So I went right into that. And then opening night, 3 days later, I was singing at a concert at 54 Below, and things were going. And then I had an audition. And then I was like, April 1st, I was about to head out to go do Ain't Misbehaving, the musical. I was going to be doing that all summer. And I was just ready. And then lockdown. I said, what? No, all of my plans, I just come off of being on tour for 3 years. So I was ready to be in the city and working and doing things. And all of those plans got shut down very quickly. And at first I didn't know what to do. I didn't do much. I sat in my living room and watched a lot of TV, played a lot of video game. Me and my roommates would play a lot of like Mario Kart. And it took me a while before I actually got my bearings together and was like, okay, you've had your rest and relaxation time. Now it's time to do things. So I opened up my own vocal and performing coaching studio.
Oh,
So I have the Work Studio, which I teach private voice. I do audition coaching. We do performance prep. So like people who do like solo concerts, I come in and work just on their concert with them for vocal technique and things like that. So I opened that. I'm also working as a performer now, trying to do this whole Zoom thing. It's all very new. I just started working on a new song and actually working on a new video that's hopefully going to be coming out soon. And now I'm about to be a part of another concert that's also a Zoom thing. So things are starting to pick up for sure, but it was definitely an adjustment. But the greatest thing I can say that I did was I allowed myself time. I didn't tell myself that I had to do anything. I let myself rest on the days when I wanted to rest. And the days where I was like, nope, today's time to do something, it was a day to do something. And then those days started to outweigh the rest days, and then we're into a schedule again. So, yeah, it's been a crazy time, especially with the, I don't want to say resurgence of the Black Lives Matter movement, but the
recognition, maybe.
Recognition, yeah. It was brought back into our faces very abruptly. So that was also something to deal with. And being in New York City, there were protests every day that I wanted to go to, some that I could go to, some that I couldn't because of the coronavirus and things like that. So it was definitely a difficult time. I will tell you this, I have not sung as much as I have sung during these times.
Really?
I sing every day. Me and my roommates, I live with two other performers as well. So we sing around the house all the time. We have nights where our two of our friends come over and we pull up karaoke tracks and we just go to town. I mean, we put random categories in a hat and then we just 80s go. And then you just sing a song from there. And just because you have to have that outlet. If I could not sing every day, I don't know what would happen. So this, if anything, gave me an excuse to sing all day, every day. So I definitely took that opportunity and ran with it. As much as my roommates might love it or hate it, I definitely was singing a lot. But that's been me.
Man, I love that though. I mean, it sounds like obviously, right, this has been this universal experience where the world is just shutting down and locking down, and a lot of people are handling it a lot of different ways, but it sounds like you gave yourself the opportunity to kind of rest, recover, take a breath after all of those years on the road, and then engaged. And it sounds like you've been very engaged for the last number of months, so good work.
Yeah. Working on it, getting even more and more engaged, and things are starting to pick up and open up more. So I'm actually excited for what the future is going to hold. Like, a lot of people are nervous or scared, and I'm like, this is giving us an opportunity to create new things. I watched a Zoom musical, it was a one-act musical, but an entire one-act musical completely done on Zoom. It was amazing. No one would have ever thought about that because we didn't need to. So this necessity has brought so much new innovation, and the Broadway market is about to change completely. I know so many people moving out of the city, so many new people moving into the city. So I'm very excited about what the future holds because I know it's going to be great.
I love that. I mean, I think getting through this and holding that positivity is the thing that is going to make this transition back into, whatever normal life is, a positive thing, right? I mean, it will be what we create it to be, for sure. So
exactly.
That is the attitude we need.
That positive creation is going to happen because that's what you have to do. You have to speak it out there.
Yeah. So, you've toured the world, like I say, you've had so many musical experiences, and music has played a massive role in, I think your life, your transition, your how you consider yourself, how you view yourself. Can you wrap up what music means to you in one word?
Love. Love, love, love. It is the essence of love. It is the epitome of love. It is everything that it encompasses, whether that is joy, whether that is sadness, whether that is heartache. It is all through love. Every time I walk on that stage, every time I sing a song, it is with love in my heart. And I always say a prayer before I perform. I would ask for strength in my body and my voice, a focused mind, a calm heart, and that the audience receives nothing but love. So,
well, I've witnessed you delivering that love, and I've seen the impact that it has made. And I gotta say, well done and thank you. We have some kids, speaking of rock stars and hospitals. Do you have a song that you would like to perform for them, and do you have some specific kids you want to dedicate it to?
I do. Listen, I got my list up because I do not want to mess up these names because I'm so excited about my rock stars. Y'all are so fierce. All right, we got Cataleya in Minnesota, Princess Lexy in Oregon. We got Paige in Florida, which I'm also from Florida, shout out. We got Luca in Australia, which I performed in Australia, another shout out. And we got Billie in Kansas. This is for you guys and all of the kids at the George Marks Children's. They're in California, they're with CARE in Colorado, the Ronald McDonald House in Washington and Alaska, New York Presbyterian, Monmouth Children's Hospital in New Jersey, and Seacrest Studios. This song is for you guys.
Yes, can't wait.
Here we go. Oh my, wah, wah, wah. Oh no, wah, wah, wah. Hey, hey, this is for you rock stars. Well, Alibaba had them 40 thieves. Shirazada had 1,000 tales. Well, master, you're in luck, cause up your sleeve, you got a brand of magic never fails. You got some power in your corner now, some heavy ammunition in your camp. You got some punch, pizzazz, Yahoo and house. See, all you got to do is rub that lamp, and I'll say, Mr. Aladdin, sir, what will your pleasure be? Let me take your order, jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me, no. Life is your restaurant, and I'm your maitre d'. Come on and whisper what it is you want. You ain't never had a friend like me. Yes, sir, we pride ourselves on service. You're the boss, the king, the shah. Say what you wish, it's yours, true dish. How about a little more baklava? Have some of column A, try all of column B. I'm in the mood to help you, dude. You ain't never had a friend like me. Now I keep selling. Wah, wah, wah. Oh my. Wah, wah, wah. Oh yeah. Wah, wah, wah. So don't just sit there slack jaw buggy. I'm here to answer all your midday prayers. You got me bona fide certified. You got a genie for a charge of fares. I got a powerful alert to help you out. So what you wish you really wanna know? You got a list that's 3 miles long, no doubt. See, all you gotta do is rub like so. Give me a doggy bag. I'm taking it home. Mr. Aladdin, sir, have a wish or 2 or 3. I'm on the job, you big nabob. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Yay,
Man, that was incredible. Well done. Thank you so much for that love and that energy.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Man, so good to reconnect and to talk and just to hear how you've been doing and keeping positive and keeping engaged. So appreciated. Any final words you want to leave with folks before we go?
I want to say thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for doing this. You are amazing for all of the work you do, and I cannot wait to see everything you're going to do. And I want to end with, I love you all. And I know I don't know you all, but love is for all. So I love you.
Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're a musician and would like to join us in supporting hospitalized kids, email us at rockstar@melodiccaring.org. I'm Levi Ware, and this is the Melodic Caring Project.